Okay, so we're going live. Hey, everybody, it is Melinda Cologne. I'm a growth consultant. I'm really excited to be here with you. And I am trying to get all the tech going. There it goes. Okay, so now I'm going live on Instagram, IG. Awesome sauce, like our coach says, Eileen. So I am really excited about today. We have a ton of just fun. We're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna party on social media today, on this Tuesday, on this rainy day here in Orlando, Florida. But we're gonna do it anyway because we have that power. We have that fire about us that we can bring the fun and the excitement anywhere we go, no matter what happens around us, like the weather. And we can see this as actually growing up. My mom used to say that when it rains, it's actually a blessing. It's actually blessings raining down on us, opposed to thinking that it's something that's ruining our day. It's like, man, this is an opportunity for more blessings to be planted on our feet. And so I'm going to receive that. But enough of that. Enough of that. I wanted to introduce my friend, Olina King. She is the lady negotiator. And let me tell you something. She's like hot stuff. Okay. You need to know this woman. She's amazing. We were just talking offline, like as we were getting ready to go live, and we were just having fun. We were talking about branding and just like elevating and growing and just, building a great friendship and relationship. And we're like, wait a minute, we should share this with the rest of everybody else. Like, that is, trying to figure out how to grow your business. How do you scale your business? How do you reach and attract and engage your audience at where you are? Because it's really challenging, right? You're trying to do all the things,
Mhm.
right? How is this working? How are the gurus getting it done? How is that happening? So me and Alina, we were just like, you know what? Let's go live. Let's talk about it. Let's share. And she's going to ask me a few questions later on, but we wanted just to take some time just to show you the behind the scenes of what we do in our business, what's really exciting about our businesses, and like why we are BFFs for life. So, Alina, go ahead and share a little bit about you and the Lady Negotiator.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. So happy to be here and to be here with Melinda, my best friend forever. Now it's like it feels like we've been friends for so long. It's like
I
it's
know.
amazing when you connect with people. Sometimes it just like feels like I've known you like for ages,
Yeah.
and yet it's not such a long time, but. So, thank you for the little intro. My name is Olina King. I am a lady negotiator. If anyone would like to find me, you can find me as Lady Negotiator on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. And what I do is I help women to get their confidence to go out there and get what they want. Stop hiding and go get what you want, whether it is in business, whether it is in corporate, or whether it is in your personal life, because I can help you with the special set of skills. And
Yeah.
if you will start following me, you will learn more. So now we are here to talk about Melinda a little bit, right? So Melinda, can you tell me what inspired you
Mm,
to start helping? Basically, like we have a similar audience, right? Like
yeah.
coaches, consultants. What was that inspired you, and where are the beginnings of that
Yeah.
creation in your beautiful head?
You know, like I was telling you earlier this morning, like it's great. And I'm just really grateful, right? Like I'm grateful for our relationship because for a really long time I prayed, I'm like, Lord, can you just please send me a community of high level thinkers and activators, like people that are actually doing the work and getting it done and are excited about the impact that they're making in the world, that are serving at a high level, that are over delivering, right? And man, did he deliver. And I'm just like, okay, so it's kind of like asking for patience. It's like, Lord, give me patience. And then you experience what it takes to get the patience. And that's what's so amazing and so beautiful about this relationship and this experience. Like Alina said, her business and my business are very similar. We're almost speaking to the same audience, to be honest, because
Mm.
the lady negotiator focuses on this elegance and this poise of being a woman and serving as a woman and selling as a woman, opposed to thinking like we have to be men. And being someone who has worked in a very male dominated industry for over a decade now, that is really difficult. That is really difficult. I've been surrounded by, superintendents and project managers and engineers who are on job sites, on commercial real estate, commercial construction projects, right? And as a marketer serving those people, I mean, I just saw a completely different world. And what it really inspired me to do is to really think about what I actually wanted to do, what was igniting me to be the marketer, the creative, the person that helps solve problems through messaging and telling compelling stories. And looking back at what it was to be who I was in corporate, I just was not happy.
Mm.
I wasn't happy. I was fighting to fit in. Right? If comment in the chat, like if you understand what I'm saying, fighting to fit in when you're trying to do everything you possibly can to climb the corporate ladder, to be the best version of yourself in front of everybody, but also to yourself, and then just almost muting this powerful thing inside you that needs to go and serve other people that you're called to serve. But you're afraid of the safety and security of losing that safety and security that 9 to 5 gives you. And I didn't want to feel like that. I didn't want to feel like money was holding me or idolized above God. Like I was just like, no, there has to be something to change. And actually something did change. One
Mhm.
day I was on my way home, driving during rush hour traffic, and I passed out behind the wheel. And that changed my life forever. I came to and I still had my foot on the gas. And I was just thanking God and my angels for continue to keep me protected on my journey home. I was terrified. So later that night, my husband and I, we went to the ER and they did every test known to man on me because they expected I had a stroke because I was completely
Wow.
out. I was completely gone. Um, and it was inconclusive. They did every test, MRI, CT scan, everything, blood. I mean, just I was poked and prodded all over the place. There were doctors and technicians in and out of my room for 4 hours straight. And my poor husband is sitting in the corner, right? Like just praying and trying to be like positive and energized. And in my head, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, what did I do? I have been trying to fight to fit in for so long to the point where my body was saying, absolutely not. This is not what you're meant to do. You are not meant to fit into a square hole. You are a round peg. Stop doing this because I just kept ignoring it. Have you ever had that feeling, Alina, where let's say you get like a pain or like you hit your toe or something, you just like ignore it because you have to go on with life, right? You can't sit there and deal with it, right?
I could write books about it.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Like, I mean, long, 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 long stories at least. Yes. I mean, I'm sure all of you guys could share some of that, and please do so if you feel like it. It's incredible. Like we just keep going because that's what we do. We just keep going. We keep going, and one day we just like feel like burned out. Like I
Yeah.
totally feel with the corporate part of it. I mean, I have experience from all kinds of worlds. Okay, so corporate, private business, law enforcement environment, real estate. So
Oh,
like finances, like corporate, like I was in Citicorp. So all the pressure. And I have to tell you, I mean, it has not changed that much. I mean, there's so much that happened and changed for women in
Mm,
corporate and in business as well, and it's wonderful. It's great. I
yeah,
mean, we can come out and do stuff and ask for things, but still, it's when I saw like how much we had to provide, how much more we had to provide to be at the similar
amen.
salary point. I think like it's still like at 0.83 cent
Cents to the dollar.
compared to dollar, like for, and I'm not a feminist or anything like that. It's just a straight fact, like I love men, I love women. It's just like I just think like it should be like equal, like everything should be like for okay, not for the pretty faces equal. I mean like for if you put out there your qualities, and if you put the work to it, it's that way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's like you should not be just like you should not be fighting for your salary to be equal for the same service, same product you create, or you provide to organization or team or company. So that's my 2 cents for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's like you're just going and going, knowing that things are not going to be equal, right? We're just trying to do something great. We're trying to feel good about ourselves. We're trying to prove ourselves by to someone else. At the
Right.
end of the day, that they don't think as much as we think about ourselves, right? And for a long time, I just wanted to be appreciated and respected and recognized and valued by those leaders in those organizations that I work for. And yeah, I was getting the promotions and the raises, and I was getting the pat on the backs and great job, thanks for being a team player, all that stuff. But at the end
Mhm.
of the day, I was still fighting to be there because there was so much animosity in that environment where I was told when to show up, how to work, when to work, what to wear, what to say, what was right, what was wrong. And that really bothered me when I saw someone who was getting, just disrespected in an office environment. And I'm told, like let them fight their own battles. It's like, just keep your being told, like, keep to yourself. And I'm like, no, I mean, this should not happen. We should have a better environment where there are some people talking about, race and gender and things like that inappropriately in a corporate environment. And the only reason they're getting away with it is because they're favored and because, in my opinion, they're male. And so for me, I was just like, man, I can't change my gender. I'm not changing my gender. Let's put it that way. I'm not changing my gender. I'm going to be who God created me to be till the day I
Please
die.
don't.
Think it would look good, both. Like I'm just like putting it that way. Honestly, seriously, like at the end of the day, I just could not be my full self. I had great ideas. I was bringing it to the table. Some things that I implemented in my business when I started a business and helped other businesses make millions and billions of dollars with those ideas that I was
Mhm.
told to ignore. That I was told, oh, we're not going to do that, right? And
Mhm.
so when I realized, oh, wait a minute, there has to be a way to create the security and safety in a business, just like my employer did. There has to be a way, you know, and that's what led me to basically go on my own and say, you know what, I can figure this out. That if they can do it, why can't I do it? If other people can do it, why can't I do it? I have a degree, I have all these things, like, why can't I do it? I had the intelligence to do it. I rose to the sit at the round table with the rest of the executives. I
Mhm.
could do this. And the only thing that I realized looking back, Alina, was I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe it. I freelanced. I don't think you know this, but I freelanced for 13 years
Oh my.
before I quit my job.
Oh my, I did not know that. Oh, this is so sad.
13 years. I mean, just doing something on the side and thinking like, and
Mhm.
charging pennies, pennies to the dollar. Like sometimes I'd be like, oh, don't worry about it. It's free, don't worry about it. I didn't value what I
Mm.
delivered to people.
On the brighter side, though,
Yeah.
let's forget about 13 years. Okay. So
13.
you found process. You
Mhm.
found process, you found system that works for you and that
Yeah.
you know that it will work for others as well.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about it?
Okay. So yes, I'm excited. So that same system, right? The same strategies, the tactics that I was dying to use in corporate, I ended up using in my business. I first started with myself because I first wanted to test it out and see, I mean, can I validate these logical ideas that I'm really good at what I do? And my first year in business, from April to December, I exceeded six figures in business. So I was like, okay, something is working, right? Something is
Awesome.
working. So then like business owners who were starting their business at the time, women, men, everybody was coming to me and saying, hey, how did you do it? How did you leave corporate? It's been a year. How are you doing? Just kind of checking in. And I gave them the same strategy. And I said, here, do this and just follow it to the T. And the ones that
All the
did, they got
steps,
success.
right?
Oh my
All-
gosh, it was amazing. So then I circled back and I was like, wait a minute, this system is working. I wonder if it will work for $1 million and $1 billion businesses, or is it just going to work for startups, right? Like in my head, I was like still holding it back. And I developed the consistent cash system, which can work for any business. It really has no cap on the results as long as you do the system in the order that is laid out. So it starts out with, first, we need to understand our audience. Now, I talk about audience, and I have talked a lot about audience in the past. And I want to emphasize now that I'm older and wiser about how to speak to my audience, what that means. So it's kind of like going to another country and where their first language is not English. And I'm going to speak English to them.
I know something about that. More than one country.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it's so frustrating because it's like, you're frustrated because you're trying to figure out what it is, and then you're using your body language and your whole body, and it's like, and then the person's like, I don't, trying to work it out and figure it out. And sometimes there's success, but a lot of times there isn't. And everybody you're like this, and then then you're tired, and then you're frustrated and you're overwhelmed, and
Yeah.
it's like, man, I didn't get what I needed, and they didn't get what they needed. And so now there's two parties that just feel just disjointed, feel like they were not fulfilled. That's why it's so important to start with audience. Yeah.
Plus, it takes much longer time, right? Like when you do
So much
things
longer.
on your own, I mean,
Mhm.
I can understand that because like the ego part in us often is like, well, I studied this and I've studied that and I think I can do this. I can if they can do it, I can do this too.
Yeah.
Of course,
Okay.
you probably can. Like I thought so too that I can do a lot of stuff on my own, but then I learned not perfectly, like 765 applications and
Mm.
4,327 software niches and who knows what. And it's like,
Wow.
I'm like, where am I? So it's like, it's always good if you get to the right source, like for
Mm.
you, for your direction, and you just like go with that right flow right from the beginning. That's ideal situation. It doesn't happen to everyone, or I
Mm.
would say it doesn't happen to many, but once you will find that and then just like stick to it, and like help is here, and it's always like that special formula or process or the system that is just designed the way that would work for your business to grow in time compressed
Absolutely.
situation. You don't have to waste years on it. Just do it now.
Do it now. And so it's you're absolutely right. It doesn't have to take years. It actually, if I had known what I know now, And I'm just so grateful I know what I know now and the results to prove it. It's like audience, the reason why audience is so important is that it really makes everything so much easier and everything go so much faster when you're building a business. Because like once you understand their voice and their words and their emphasis and their pains and their challenges, like all those things beyond the demographics, like you know, the demographics are important, but they help tell the story. They're not the story, right?
Hmm.
Um, knowing if they're female or male, that's important, but understanding why it's important is even more important. And so when you understand who the people are, oh my gosh, so powerful because now you're connected with them. You can build a relationship with them and they tell you what they want and
What
you
they
literally
what they
just
want,
deliver it.
right? What they want, what actually they need, and what they want. Because often, like when we, as consultants or coaches, we have this awesome sauce thing we create, and then we offer it, and then we are like, oh, this is so awesome. This is what's gonna work for them, and it's like, no, this is not what they want. So it takes it takes that feedback and really like understanding what your ideal audience needs, and
Yeah.
that's when it feels so good because you know like exactly how to help them, because you know that you can, as an expert in the field, you can help them with what they need. So uh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I gotta tell you something. I don't think I've told you yet. Well, this was just yesterday. So last night, so I have my naturopath appointment on Monday. I'm healing my gut. I have a gut issue and I'm healing my gut. And I go to a naturopath who's helping me heal my gut. And so I had an appointment last night and I was talking to my naturopath and she was just like, wow, like I can tell that you're doing the work, right? You're putting in the reps and getting the work done, but just by your energy and just like just the strength of your body and things like that. And I was just like, okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. That's great.
That's awesome.
Constellation's awesome. It's exciting. And so she was just like, and so recently I pivoted my business. So I expanded my market because I was niched, which is not the same as target market. I was niched, and now I'm serving a broader audience. And so I was telling her about that, and she was like, "So, I'm actually thinking about starting a business." And I said, "Well, that sounds great. Tell me about it." And she was just like, "Well, I'm trying to figure out what product to create." And I said, "Do you have an audience?" She goes, "Um, I did a survey." And I said, "Do you have an audience?" And she's like, "No." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Time out on the product, because if you create something that you desire to create, you have no validation that it's actually going to sell. Please understand, I know this very well." And that's where I hear a lot, like from coaches, consultants. They have an idea for a product or a service or something to solve someone's problem, but they have no idea how in demand that solution is. So then they're just creating something because they love it and they feel great about it. And then they go out into the market and nobody wants it. And then it's like you're basically repackaging
That's the
something
best
over and
part.
over again. Isn't that the best part? It's the best part because it's like, I mean, I did it. I did it. I've been there, done that. I had a product and
It's like
I
feeding
had a
feeding our own ego, right? Like,
yes,
yay, I love it so much. And
I
then it's like,
know, I
but
know,
nobody's buying it,
I know. I
So it's
blame
like
I
there's
blame
something wrong.
TV. Yeah, I blame the media. Like all the media shows, like watching like shows that talk about, oh, we're gonna create an idea, da da da, but like nobody talks about the research that happens
Yeah,
in order to
exactly.
create that idea. So, so
Research.
powerful.
Yes.
Mhm.
So true.
So audience is number one. From audience, they'll, like I said, they'll tell you what they want. What's so powerful about that is supply and demand. Like when we're trying to understand the stock market or when we hear supply and demand, what does that mean? That means that we supply what's in demand, right? So, what is in demand? What is the thing that everybody is saying they have problems with? Problem aware, not symptom aware. It's different. And
Mm.
so then once we have an understanding of the problem versus the symptom, then it's fun. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun because it's just literally throwing off at every symptom that they have, right? Like who wants to be, like who wants to be broke, stuck, confused, overwhelmed, anxious, like in their business forever, like type me, right?
Oh,
Like
not me. Not
nothing,
me,
right?
please. Don't
So
pick me.
that's what's so fun. That's so fun.
So, what, Melinda, what do you think? Like with all this circus of like
Yeah.
creation, like of different, I don't know, programs, courses, low ticket, high ticket.
Mm.
What what do you think is holding creators, people back?
Biggest thing is they're doing it in the wrong order. So they're doing it in the wrong order. They're creating the products, the services, they're trying to figure out their pricing by just comparing themselves to competitors. They're trying to do everything themselves.
Hmm.
And I mean without their audience, without a coach, without someone who understands how to do that. And they're missing the mark. There's okay, I'm going to throw rocks at somebody. I'm not going to say their name, but there is an influencer who is speaking to my audience and saying, you know, don't charge more than $50 an hour for your services because you're brand new at delivering that service. I
I've
want to
heard that
throw
too.
the biggest
Yes.
boulders,
Mm.
like the biggest mountains at that because not the person but at that statement because what that is doing is really breaking people's understanding of what entrepreneurship is. Like business sales is about service and no one can tell you what your price is. You just have to articulate the value and the results you deliver. So what I mean by that, even if it's a product, like has anybody heard of Jaguar, Bentley, Mercedes,
Ooh, yes.
Rolls Royce? Like their cars, there's four wheels, right? Like there's a windshield, four doors, like,
There's
so
so
if
much more. There's so much more to that, let me tell you.
okay, because they understand their audience and they figured out what their audience wants so that they can charge that much. But do you think that it costs that much to create those cars? Absolutely not. So like that's what I'm saying is like it depends. Do you want to be a Ford or Toyota? That's totally fine. Do you want to be a Mercedes? That's totally fine. Do you want to be a Bentley or Jag? It's totally fine. Whatever you want to do, but understand that you get to control everything about your business. No one is going to tell you how much to price. No one's going to tell you what to sell and offer. You get to decide what that looks like. That's
Yep.
the biggest problem that I see is people do things in the wrong order. They focus on copying, templatizing, automating everything before they even know who their
On
audience is.
tools. On
What's
tools.
that?
On tools. People
On
like
tools.
it's like, "Oh, I need to have this," and it honestly, it is um so easy to fall for that because there's like so much, like when you are in that coaching or consulting business, then things will start popping up in your feed, right? And it's like, oh, you need this and you need that, you need to have this application, and you definitely will, this is without this part you will not succeed. So you keep
Mm,
jumping and spreading your energy into all these little shiny objects, like, right?
yeah.
And at the end of the day, it is about imagination and
Mm,
basically the way you think the value, what you create, how you put it there, and using research, and of course with the right coach, mentor, you can be
yes.
navigated step by step how to proceed, how to do the right research, so you don't waste your time anymore, so you don't waste months, years, just like, oh, this, when I will, if I will get this little shiny object, like I will get so much better at that. No, it's not really move that. Those are not the things that move the needle.
Mm, that's
you
right.
you know what could help you, like, all the technical stuff and stuff. I'm not super strong in that, and sometimes I was like, would get frustrated, and it's like, well, if you don't really need all that, you don't. And whatever you truly need, you can find someone who can help you with that,
Yeah.
with that part, because you're here to provide what your expertise is. You're here to serve people that need your help. And
Yeah.
that's the biggest value. And so the biggest focus is right there.
So amazing. It's kind of like having a nonprofit, but it's for profit. Like
Yeah.
you're making money, but you're serving people as much as if you had a nonprofit. Like that really is what it is. In my like, like that's what how I look at it. And it helps me, it helps me remind myself that I'm not talking to myself. I'm not trying to prove myself to myself. I'm talking to somebody else who needs to hear it. Um and just being what I call authentically audacious about it is, what would I do in a situation if I was presented this person in person, they were standing right in front of me and they said, I have a problem with creating a passionful, profitable business as a coach and consultant. What do? I got bills to pay. I don't have time to wait for money to come in. I can't afford to X, Y, and Z, right? Afford of time, afford of money, whatever it is. And it just, for me, I'm like, don't feel like you need to take on the whole world right now. And if you're watching this, write this down. This is a writer down, or this is something that I want you to hear and understand. The most important thing that you should focus on in your business is revenue. So, social media, like anything that has nothing to do with getting money into your bank account, is second to the first, and your first is revenue, like all day, right? Because the email sequence and the automation and the software, if it doesn't guarantee money in the bank, it it can wait. It can totally wait. And if you're not swimming in thousands and thousands of leads of clients that are perfect to work with, it can wait, right? There's so
Exactly.
many things that you could do. You can do it so cheaply. Like you could run your business with very little overhead, less overhead than you anticipate. And do you need to work all day? Absolutely not. Like what is it? 1:30. So it's almost 1:30 on my time. I take my dogs out twice a day for 30 to an hour each time. Depends on how I feel and what the weather is looking like. I read books, right? I'm just like, I am improving myself because I'm investing in myself. And the rest of the time, I am focusing on the high level activities in my business so that I can bring more business in. And so if I do that, and I'm sure someone's going to say, how do you fix the systems and da da da? You can go faster with all the systems. You can only go fast when you're going in the right direction, right? Like
Exactly.
that's it. Yeah. So
Exactly.
good.
Yeah, so good, so good. I mean,
Amen.
amen to that. We could talk a very long time about
I
this. And
know.
let us know what if you have any questions, like leave in the comments, and happy to answer, right, Melinda? Like, just,
Yeah.
we are here for you. um I guess we can. Anything else the listeners should know, like, at the end of this, so we can wrap it up. And see, we are trying to give the important information out, and not waste too much of your precious time, and so you can move on also with your revenue bringing activities for the rest of the day. Okay.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else, Melinda, you would like to mention, like at the end, like, maybe what next step should be for listeners?
Okay, register for the Consistent Cash Masterclass. It's this Saturday, guys. So you don't have to wait to make
Yeah,
money. You can start making money right now. Join the register for the Consistent Cash Masterclass. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a party. We're going to talk about business and making money in our business. And in the easiest way possible, running this masterclass is the most fun I have, like, ever. It's
in
just so much
years,
fun.
in
In
years.
years, like, it is just so much fun because, Alina, we like break it all the way down and we talk so simply that anybody can take this information
Love it.
and just apply it. So there are two ways to join: general admission, which is a free ticket, or VIP, get an additional hour if you have specific questions about your business, if you're stuck anywhere. Usually for something like this, a VIP day for with me is $10,000 currently right now. It's going up, but I am offering an additional hour VIP
That's
for, I
awesome.
can't remember what it is, but I mean, it's nominal. It's nominal for what you're going to get. You're going to get unstuck. You're going to be able to find freedom in your business, have a passionful business, be able to set boundaries in your business so that you can have a free lifestyle, right? Be able to, take an entire week off vacation to Puerto Rico and stay at the Ritz-Carlton resort without worrying about the bill. That was my life last year. It was amazing. Okay. It was a five-figure bill. Okay. And I just enjoyed it so much.
Fully,
And it
fully.
was amazing.
Let's enjoy more
Okay.
life because we can. And don't forget,
Absolutely.
Olina King, Lady Negotiator, is here too to help you to ask for more. Okay.
Yes.
So, Lady Negotiator on Instagram, Lady Negotiator on Facebook or on TikTok. And I have some super trooper things coming very, very soon too. So if you
Wonderful.
will follow me, you will be able to get all more details about that awesome sauce we are
Oh
bringing.
my gosh.
Okay.
I
So
can't wait. I'm so excited to talk about your stuff. Yours, like,
we'll talk more. We'll talk more.
y'all don't know what's coming. Like, it's going to be so good.
I can't and
Oh
so
my gosh.
much fun, that's the part of it. Like,
Yeah.
it took a while to figure things out, and it has everything has to be serious. No, it doesn't have to be serious. It's just like it is actually you can be learning.
Yes.
You can be learning fast, and
Oh
you
my
can
gosh.
have fun with
Yeah.
it. That's that's something I was like year ago. If someone would tell me year ago, like this is how you do it, I was like, no, really? But this is how we do it. This is how we roll. This is how we rock and roll, Melinda, right?
Mm, fast and fun. I'm there. Sign me up.
Okay. All right.
Oh my
Well,
gosh, it's awesome.
it was great to be here, to speaking with Melinda and with you guys. Leave comments, questions, and sign up. Sign up. Sign up.
I know. I was like, where is it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
kind
right
of like
here. Okay.
mirror-wise. Okay.
There you go.
Ugh.
Okay.
Sign up to the masterclass for free, or you can upgrade to VIP experience to get extra hour with Melinda and get answers to your very specific questions. Think about them. Start thinking about them already. Okay, like because if you have a chance, I mean, like her VIP day is like $10,000 right now, right, per day. So she has answers to your questions. So take advantage of it. Like I highly recommend. So she's a super awesome coach and consultant. I know that. I'm just amazed. I'm really amazed. Melinda,
Thank you, my friend.
anything else you would like to add to
Oh
the
man, so thank you so much, Alina. You guys, make sure you're following Olina King everywhere there's social media: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, Instagram. Just make sure that you are
everywhere,
following
even
her. There's
home?
so much value.
No, I'm just
And
kidding.
and then The second call to action I'm going to ask you to do is register. Register for yourself. Like, really do this investment of time for yourself, because this will pay off exceedingly well. May does not have to be what you expect it to be. It can be what you dream it to be. Okay. So let's go
Right.
there. Let's dream big. All right. We're going to do this. Thank you so much for
Thank,
joining me today, Alina. You are amazing. I love you so
thank
much.
you. Thank you.
And thank you so much, everybody else. And I will see you on Saturday. All right. Bye.
Bye bye, everyone.